Hey YouTube, what's up? Kaldheim just dropped, and so we're testing out a deck for new Kaldheim with some of the new cards, to see how it works. Um, this is kind of like a old shell that I had prior to Kaldheim that I added some of the newer cards like Binding, Chariot's very good. We added the Cosmia, the Saw It Coming. Obviously, some of the lands we got some of the new lands. This land's pretty nice because it returns a creature. So Yorion, the green black land, the blue green land. Um, Out of the sideboard, we got some new this one to deal with like Great Henge, Embercleave. It sucks that it's not instant speed, but it is what it is. It's still something we can, for 1 mana deal with Henge or Embercleave. So let's see. We're gonna try to give this deck a try. Oh yeah, we also got the Chariot, whatever. But if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe, hit that like button, drop some comments. If you watch this video, like deck or whatever it is, drop some comments. Obviously. But I post videos weekly. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. So let's get into the intro of the deck for why I'm playing what and what. So 2 Blood Chiefs, I want a little cheap interaction removal. I feel like the new meta is going to be a lot of creatures, and so I want something cheap to remove them. Obviously 4 Omens because we're playing a Yorion deck. It scries us, it scries us on the cast, draws us a card, and then we can sack it and scries us. Like I said, I'm assuming it's a bunch of creature decks. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's a bunch of Yorion decks because we got some really good, nice sagas that Yorion could be blinking. But I'm gonna try a 2/2. Usually, prior to this, I had this at 3/3. But since I'm not really sure if I'm expecting too much, I'm gonna keep it at 2/2. If I start seeing a lot of creatures, I might move this to 3/3. 2 Maze Mind Tomes. Not sure if we need too much draw power here, but 2 Maze Mind Tomes is good against the control matchups. We're giving this guy a try. This guy is very good, especially if you're able to exile him. We have 4 Fable Passages, we have Solemn, we have Binding, and then we can start blinking those effects. So like we have a lot of landfall triggers, so this guy could be good. So we're giving it a try as a one of just to test it out to see how it works. Maybe it might not be good, maybe it might be. So same with Jace. We're giving Jace a try at a one of. We could scry, we could draw cards. We'll see what happens. If it's a lot of control type of decks, this card will be great. But if it's a lot of creature based decks, this card will not be great and it will definitely be cut. 3 Solace Cummings. It's good card. Turn 2, you foretell it, and then turn 3, you can hold up. You can play your like a what's it called, scry land or a tap land, and you can still hold up counter magic. 2 Visionaries is just to kind of ramp, draw a card, Yorion Blink. 3 Extinction, so we cut it to 3 and then 1 Shadow's Verdict. We'll see how that works out. Normally beforehand I had it at 4 Extinctions, Shadow's Verdict, just because the format prior to this was a lot of creature decks like aggro, Gruul aggro, red, whatever, food. Chariot, it's actually a pretty good card. The fact that it's legendary kind of sucks. Otherwise, I would have played more of them. You could run 2 of these, just because when it comes into play, it creates 2 tokens, and then you can use the 2 tokens to crew this guy, and then when it attacks, those tokens you get to create another token. But obviously, if they get rid of they have to get rid of both the tokens. Otherwise, he can just keep creating a copy of at least one of those tokens. So if they don't get rid of both of them, then it's just going to keep creating copies. So I'm giving it a try. Worst case scenario, it's a 4 mana, create 2/2, dudes. And then it comes down to Yorion. So afterwards, let's say they get rid of your tokens, you could Yorion Blink it, and then it'll create 2 more 2/2s. So we're giving this a try. I think it's a good card. So I wouldn't cast this away as, oh, it's a bad card, it's a 4 mana, but I think it's a good card. For Binding the Old Guards, this card is amazing. I can't believe it's an uncommon. The fact that it could destroy any non-land permanent, grab you a land, it's very great. The third effect, who gives a crap about the third effect, Dead Touch, no one really cares. But the first 2 are very good. And then you Yorion Blink them and destroy another permanent, grab more mana. It's a good card. And that helps us out with, like I said, it helps us out with Nissa, land trigger falls. It helps us out with this guy. So it's a great card in this deck. Fits perfectly. We're giving Nissa a try because, like I said, we have landfall effects, we have Fable Passage, we have Solemn, we have Binding of the Old Guards. So we should be able to get her loyalty up pretty up there. And then we could use the minus to return Visionaries, return Solemns, return Yorions, return Elder. So we're giving a Nissa one of. try and see how it works. We're playing 4 Solemns. We're trying to ramp. Yorion helps Yorion out. We're playing Ugins. We're playing Garuks. We're playing Ashioks, you know. So we're playing 4 Solemns. Like I said, Shadows Verdicts are other removal. We're giving a Elder a try as, because against creature-based decks, this guy just destroys them. You know, if they try to attack, well, they can't really attack unless their creature is stronger than it. They can't really attack because then I get to draw cards or create 3/3s or, you know, make beasts or gain life, blah blah blah. Yorion, we're gonna do a total of 3 just to see how it works. I think you don't really need more than 3. We're doing 3 Ashioks for our removal against everything, 3 Shark Typhoons so we can cycle cards, create bodies, 2 Garuks, because like I said, we're kind of ramping with Solemns, Visionaries, Binding of the Old Gods. This can usually be casted on turn 5, so a turn 5 Garuk is not bad. It creates bodies to protect itself, it can destroy creatures, draw a card, and then if the wolves die, then you can emblem. 2 Ugins out of our top curve just to get rid of everything, just to be safe. The lands are pretty basic. Other than this card, the lands are pretty basic, and I'm giving this a try. I don't know how this is going to work. We don't really run that many creatures, but the fact that you can return Yorion from your graveyard and then start blanking your cards again, that's what I'm giving this a try. It might not be great, but let's just see. Sideboard wise, 1 Cling. I don't know if there's going to be rogues. Same with the Chain Web. I don't know if there's going to be rogues, so we're going to leave those in just to be safe. 3 Negates against control decks. Feed the Swarms against like Doom Foretold decks. It's good against Trail of Crumbs, stuff like that. 1 Heartless Act. Give us a little edge against, or give us another removal spell against creature-based decks, even though we run a lot of removal anyways. Mystical Disputes against control decks. So Raven Form, the reason why I added 1, I want to try it out, is because, so usually, this deck shouldn't, because it has Green in it and it has Binding of the Old Gods, so maybe you don't need this in there, but I have this in there to like exile what is it, Great Henge, Embercleave, but I don't really think you actually need this, to be honest, just because you have 4 Binding of the Old Gods. But we're gonna give it a try, see how it works. It's a very good card if you foretell it, obviously, because it's a 1/1, and I mean, worst case scenario, it can exile a creature, so give it a try. 2 Murderous Riders, another Shadows Verdict. That's more against the creature-based decks, so that way we have removal against them. But yeah, let's go give this deck a try. And like I said, if you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button. I post videos weekly. Let's get into the matches. All right. Let's try this Sultai Yorion. Sultai Yorion. Zaphorex. Alright, we get to play on the draw. I mean, if we draw 1 blue source, we have the counter spell. Yeah, I'm gonna take a risk. Most of our lands are blue anyways. It's unfortunate, but like we could still foretell it on turn 2. And then, so we have like, what, 3 draw phases or something? We don't need double blue, which is the good part about it. We don't need double blue. We only need single blue. So that's why I'm keeping. But we'll see what happens. I have a ton of removal in the deck too, and we have the black mana. So let's find out. This is a little greedy. This is a little greedy indeed. But let's see. Let's find out. All right, opponent. Come on. Where you at, opponent? Where you at? Come on, opponent. All right, well, it's going to be one of those kind of games. Or okay. All right, so yeah, we're trying a new deck here. Sultai Yorion. I kind of took a shell from prior to Kaldheim that I had, and I added some new cards, changed, moved things around, and so we'll see what happens. Maybe it's good, maybe it's not. I don't know. We'll see. It all depends. Oh, oops, my turn. All right, white. Oh, we're playing against knights. Well, our hand's not great against knights. We have, I mean, we have a turn 4 kill spell, then that could grab us blue mana. Red, white knights. Robber. Sure. Okay. All right. I mean, it's a blocker and it draws me cards and it creates me mana. That's not a bad draw. There's blue mana. I mean, it would have been nice to have that Triumph opening hand, but hey, it's okay. So if he doesn't kill Visionary, we pay Binding Gods and play Triome. Okay, Robert, I guess we're taking 6 here. Yep, because we can't block with our Visionary. We need Visionary. So we play Binding Gods, kill a Robber. Like I said, we have to use our life total as a resource, and then we have a Yorion here, so that's the other thing. Oh wait, I can't cast Yorion. Oops. Never mind. I don't have double blue. Okay. Well, at least I can cast Ashiok then and create a body. Okay. So we're taking 5. So we're down to 5. Oh, that was a good draw. I mean, even if we didn't draw that, we had Ashiok. We could have casted Ashiok, created a body, and then we only take 2, 3. We take 4. We're down to 1. So I'm pretty sure this is the Yorion churn. So I can attack him for 2 and then Yorion blink. I could also play Garruk, but I kind of want to blink the Binding Gods because it destroys a creature, gets a land for us. And then we have a 4/5 against this 3/2. He's at 2 mana. So I think the Yorion play is the best play. We could use Binding Gods to kill the Aspirant. Yeah, let's attack first. Since we have enough mana to cast Yorion anyways. Clearly this means that if I'm attacking against your creatures, this clearly means something, right? So blink, blink. So we're gonna kill a creature and draw a card. So thank you. Yep. It's not bad at all. Not bad at all. I'd kill the aspirant. Who cares about the robber at the moment? Another Garruk. Garruks. Garruks. Garruks are coming. Garruks. Garruks. Garruks are coming. Season Hollowblade, that's fine. More Knights, that's fine. Doesn't matter. We get to cast the. So we get a land, get to cast Garruk, and then we'll also have 4 cards. So gotta grab, yeah, let's grab our tri land. Garruk! Create some bodies. And then we have another Garruk. So if anything, thanks. I guess it's a nice play. We still have Doom Foretold, so we can protect ourselves with the Foretell by not attacking with Visionary. And we have 4, yeah. I mean, as time progresses, we're just going to keep getting wider and wider. So we shouldn't lose this game at the moment. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Creates a 1/1 if creatures attack. Okay. We don't really care how wide he goes because he's casting, what, 2 creatures per spell turn? I'm also playing 2 creatures per turn. And this Death Touch crap doesn't matter. So let's see. Ashiok creates another dude. We can then foretell the saw is coming and hold up the saw is coming. So we have what? 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, yeah. I can go wider than you can. All right. So Hardest Act, Shadows Verdict, Murderous Riders, Feed the Swarm. Let me switch the views. Okay. So I don't think we want the counter spell since he's low to the curve. Like all we saw were 1 and 2 drops. Nissa's also kind of slow. Shark Typhoon. We're cycling on turn 3 to make a 1/1. Doesn't seem good. I think that's what we do, yeah. I think I should replace the Elder next game for another Yorion. Elder's very good though, but Yorion is it's a Yorion Blink deck. All right, we'll see. All right. Oh, we have a removal on the draw, Maze Mind Tome, Heartless Act, Extinctions. Yeah, we're on the draw with cheap removal, Maze Mind Tome to scry, Cosmea or Cosmea? Whatever the heck his name is. He's a 2/4 body. All right, Robert hits. Ooh, Omen, nice. It's for rogue attacks. All right, we gotta kill it because otherwise he gets to play our Omen for free, right? When Robert rush attack, the player has attacked with the rogue. Okay, yeah, so it's with the rogue. All right, so we need lands. Nope. Those would have been nice if we had lands, but nope. Okay. We have one. I have to put it on green because we have Elder in our hand. Otherwise, I would definitely put it on black because of all of our removal. Omen on our wow, I mean Skyclave on our Omen. Okay. Fun and dandy for me. Ooh. That was spicy. Drawing a land like that. I mean, we played, what is it, 34 lands? But still. Let's grab blue. Play the gods. Grabs us another land. Kill the Skyclave Areno. Okay, so you can do something here because there's a pause. See if like a bouncer protection. Okay. I mean, that's fine with me. Shadow of the Skull. It's exile top four request your library until a turn you can cast it. Alright. Not bad. It's actually not bad of a card. Alright, so we get a land here. We need another land. Okay. So grab that. Play our land. So we have what? 6 and extinction on odd? Got rid of both his creatures. We got 6 mana. Ooh, dragon. That's a good one. And he gets a toke or a treasure that creates 2 lands. Okay. Add 2 mana of any color. Sacrifice this relic. Add 1 mana of any color. Wait, what? That's weird. It has 2 effects. So it kills my dude, makes this guy into a 5/5. Alright, we're gonna have to extinction this. I could also play Elder, but it's a little risky because he gets to create an artifact, and then because of the Shadow's Shield crap, he can just use to make it a 6/6. And then we can play a Maze Mind Tome here. Yeah, if it wasn't for the shadows of the Scalds, I would have been fine casting Elder here because then it's a 6/6 versus a 5/5. Another Goldspan Dragon. Okay, we're down to, what is it, 7? If you cast the Bone Crusher, that's great for us. Now we can call odd. Yep. You should have done that pre-combat though, because then he would have hit us for an extra damage. If he was going to do that regardless, it would have been better to do it pre-combat. I think that's fine because we're in extinction here on odd. And then it kills whatever his next play is. We could draw a card with Maze Mind Tome. Oh no, I should have done Maze My Tome during my main phase since I didn't hit another dragon. I should have tomed during my main phase because I didn't draw a land anyways. I might have drawn a land, so it's 3 dragons. All right, we're down to 3. Okay, but he's out of cards. What's the pause here for? Because of the artifact? All right, can we beat 3 dragons? See? See, I would have drew a land 3, 6, 7. Would have drew a land. That would have been 8 mana right there then. All right. Oh, let's see if you could be an elder. It has reach, opponent. Not really sure you could be in the colors you're in. I don't think you could beat elder. Yep, can't attack. Now we can gain. Ooh, there we go. Let's destroy this dragon. We can also use this to kill the knight. Attack for 6, gain some life, go to 6, and then we can even use Maze Mind Tome to go up to 10. And with 1 card in his hand, we got this. All right, yep, there we go. Boom. Nice. All right, so let's see. We're trying a not a Doom Foretold. We're trying a Sultai Yorion deck. Let's see how this works with the new Kaldheim standard. We got 4 lands. We have removal. We have a counter spell. Chariot's pretty good. I like the Chariot kind of. And the Binding of Old Gods. That's a really good card with Yorion. So this should be interesting. Let's see. Land-wise. Alright, so we're playing against some kind of life gain deck. Let's kill this guy. Because that card's not going to be a great card for us, so no thank you. I'm surprised I see that in the best of 3, because that's normally a best of 1 type. Oh, okay. So we're playing against Clerics, I see. Okay. So just play land and hold up the counterspell then, just to see what happens. So when lands on Clerics, huh? Interesting. Well, Kaldheim's definitely changing things. This is that angel that gains life, right? Yeah, no, we can't let that resolve. No, 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 no. Ugh. Oh my gosh. So many lands. So many lands. I don't want to draw any more lands, deck. Please. Please. We have to sack the Fabled Passage, cycle, and see what we get. Ooh, double aspirate. All right, well, we play 4 extinctions, so all right, let's see if we could draw one then. Because if we get one, we call even and just completely remove their board. That's smart of him to distribute it between the 2 instead of just put it all on one. Because if one just dies, then all of his. Oops, no. I was like, I wish I could do it for 3. Garuk. All right, well that can hopefully. Oh my gosh! Stop drawing lands. I need to cast this just so I can protect my life points. Otherwise, he's gonna be able to hit me for 3, 6, 9. Now with Yorion in play, he can boost up Cleric and hit me only for 5. So the Yorion's here is just to protect me from taking 9 damage. Well, he shocked the Damn's Awakening. Blood Chief Thirst. All right, well, I guess we're taking 9 here then. We're taking 9, no blocks, because then we could cast Garuk next turn and we'll have 3 blockers. No, stop drawing so many lands. This land is actually not bad. It's not bad. It mills 4 cards and then it puts a creature. It sucks that it puts it in play tab, but it brings the creature into play. All right, well we have blockers against everything. Technically, we could chump block everything. As long as we don't Okay, there's a flyer. There's the flyer. Okay. So if he attacks with all his creatures, I could double block one, and I could chump one, and that'll go down to two. So we're not dead, and I get to get rid of one of his creatures. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Huh. That's weird. Let's see if he continues with the attack. Okay. Wow. So I think I want to block the 3/3 aspirant and then chump the cleric and send those. Yeah. Take four. We're down to two. If he kills our fly, okay, well, he killed the wolf instead of the flyer. Wow. Okay. Ooh. We got removal here. So I can use it to kill a creature, draw a card, and then I could use that to kill the other cleric. And then we have a 2/2 against his 1/3. He has no cards in his hand. I could also plus and use them as the scribe first, though. Hold on. Yorion. It's a creature. Yeah, I don't see why not. Yeah, I think I just go this way because I can single block them each and then use my flyer to block the 1/3. That's fine. I probably should have killed the aspirant before combat so that he couldn't have done that. But all right. That's fine. We could still double block here, and then Hagu Mauler the cleric. So we wipe almost his board, and then he only has a 2/4 angel flyer. With that we can use Garuk to kill it, so and I don't know about I could minus it and blink, but blinking it doesn't do anything because his loyalty is higher. Oh, nice. Okay. Now we don't have to do that. We just grab Yorion and hold up the counter magic. I mean, I could have foretold it here because it only costs 2 mana, but it doesn't really matter. I should have foretold it because then it's cheaper next turn. Yeah. Yeah, I should have done it because then it's cheaper next turn. All right, kill it, draw a card. And then we Yorion blink it. Ooh, do we want a Yorion blink now? Yeah, because we still hold up the counterspell. Garuk. Garuk. All right, we came back, man. We came back at 2 live. That's fine. That does nothing in the face of Yorion. Good luck. Solemn, grab a land. Plus, create some dudes, no attacks, pass turn. Now we have both the counterspell and cling to dust to gain life. All right. I mean, we're playing against an 81 percenter, so we're probably not gonna gain any achievement or not achievement, but any percent against him. So that kind of is unfortunate, but hey, let's kill it and then let's get aggressive now because we have the counterspell and we have a cling to dust that we can gain another 3 life. So this game should be locked up. We can also just cycle the Shark Typhoon and then just win that way. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 9 mana. So 7, and that should be lethal. Binding of the Old Gods. Boom! I can't believe we came back at 2 life, man. At 2 life. All right. I don't really have much against this deck. The Gargots, the Pestilence of Haze. I don't want the Cling here. Um, the Chariot might be slow. It does create 2 tokens, though. I drew the 1 Garuk in my deck. So yeah, let's remove the Kior's Beast God here. Too high of a cost. 7 mana. They're a cleric aggro deck. We're probably not getting to 7 mana. Usually if they have a decent, I mean, he had a decent hand last game and we were able to out nutrition him, so ended up working out. Um, we have Extinction, Omen, 3 lands. Our opponent has taken a mulligan. This seems pretty fine. Yeah. We have a Scryland on top of that. You know, we could foretell the counterspell or play Omen. Let's see what they do. Okay, I think I'm gonna play the Triland here first, just so I can get all the colors. The Malady, like I said, I don't know what I need right now, so scrying doesn't really help me. Okay, there's Cleric guy again. Visionary. Let's foretell this. Because we have Extinction here, I'm foretelling this. Because next turn, we can play the Temple of Malady. There's Aspirant. Okay, we have Extinction. We're currently fine. Next turn, we can play the Malady and hold up the counterspell. And then the following turn... Oh, no. One turn late. Okay, so scry here. It's the land, 5 lands. So, okay, well, so now we're playing Omen. We're taking a lot of damage here, but that's fine. We use our life total as a resource. We could take, what, 8 here. We go down to 8. We're going to use Omen and then Extinction even. So these kind of decks, you have to use your life as a resource. Don't want the shark. I'll take the land. Because I need 5 lands anyways because of Ashiok. So, alright. Extinction on even. If he didn't have that 7/7, we could have done Pestilence Haze and then Ashiok hopefully the following turn. But that 7/7's a pretty beast. Ooh, there's Ashiok mana. Alright. So grab blue, play Ashiok minus because it's a flyer. Make him discard a card out of his hand. He's stuck at 2 mana. He can only cast 1 creature. We have saw it coming. All right. There's his land 3. Unfortunately, land 3 is kind of late for you. I'm sorry, opponent. Create a dude. Scry or draw? No, I think we're gonna draw. Like I said, I don't know what we need at the moment. We're at 8 life. I don't think there's anything important we need, so I'm just gonna draw first and then scry. Maze Tome, okay. Omen? Yeah. And we still have a counter spell, so we're at 8. So we're only gonna take 1 at tops. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. No chat. No chat. We do not let that happen. Let's attack with this and see what we mill. Okay. Create another dude. And then we could just cycle Shark Typhoon. So we have what? 3, 6, 7. We could create a 5/5. Seven. Conclave Mentor, sure. He attacks. Boom. All right, so I think we're creating a 3/3 here because it blocks the guy effectively anyways. I'd rather do a 3/3 and then play Omen on the same turn. We use up our mana, so a 5/5 Shark doesn't matter as much. Sure, it closed the game out faster, but this we get to play 2 spells in 1 turn. Ooh, double binding. I don't mind. I don't know if I need a second one, but a Binding of the Gods is definitely a great card. So now we could use this to destroy this. We can even add Yorion to our hand now because we have a bunch of these omens. and create a token, attack him for 4, or, yep, this should be game. Oh, more of the clerics. Oh, wow. We hit 3 of the clerics. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. And we hit 3 of them with the Ashiok creatures. There it is. There it is. All right. Well, that was a nice win off against that Knights deck. Or not the Knights, but what was it? What the heck did we just play against? Was it the Clerics deck or the Knights deck? Whatever it was. We just played against one of those 2 decks. We played against both, but I don't know which order it was in. All right, so we're gonna keep because we could grab a blue mana here, play the Omen, and then we have Forest. Okay, Fable Passage versus Fable Passage. All right, no knowledge. No knowledge for either player. So we gotta grab blue here. I keep risky hands a lot. Sometimes it pays off. All right, well, there's another land, see? So we have Omen. We have land 3. Sack. All right. All right, let's see what you're playing, opponent. So I'm running 2 of these. I think I should be running maybe 1 snow-covered mountain. Okay. Is this the blue-red deck now? It's the blue-red deck. The blue-red flash, whatever it's called, the counter spells, the dragons. Okay, well, nope. Those are not going to work against this deck. No, well, we just put 1 to the bottom, right? All right, so put that, pass our turn. It's not a bad card. Yep, Bone Crusher. Yep, so it's the blue-red deck. All right, because they run Bone Crushers, Brazens. What is it? The giant, not the giant, the shark, and the both sharks, the shark typhoon and the shark that counters artifacts and creatures. Yep, we have another one, and we don't really care if he counters that technically because it's just a solemn simulacrum. So you know what I mean. Fable Passage. All right, so what is he gonna do? He has 4 mana. Okay. It's interesting that basic lands are snows now, so kind of interesting. It's like why, especially since there's only 1 card that could punish playing snow cards, which is like the White God. What's the purpose of not running snow lands over regular basic lands? You know what I mean? Obviously, if you're not playing any cards that require snow, it doesn't really matter. But some of the art looks pretty nice on them, so. But I like. Okay, so here's another counter spell. That's fine. But yeah, I don't see why there's no reason not to play the Snowlands if there's only 1 card in the format that can punish you for playing Snowlands. Well, we don't want to cast Ashiok into possibly another counter spell, so I'm just going to pass and cycle a Shark. We have 5 mana. We can create a 3/3. Oh, is this the... Yep, it is. Okay. It's the Snowland creature. I still would rather be playing Crawling Barrens, honestly. Because after the second attempt, it's just bigger than Crawling Barrens. I mean, Crawling Barrens is bigger than that. Yes, that costs 3. Crawling Barrens costs technically 4, but still. All right, so what are the chances he has counterspell number 3? I mean, he left up the mana to make it look like there's a counterspell. But could I really just not play anything here? I could cycle another shark and make a 4/4. All right, let's find out. Let's see. You got an opponent? That's number 3, guys. Number 3. 3. Frostbite, yeah. That's the other reason why I was thinking about playing Shark Typhoon as a cycle instead, but you know. I mean, this costs 3 mana. Crawling Barrens costs 4. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Well, he's tapped out. He only has 1 blue, so we're going to get hit for 8 here. We can Extinction Odd. Oh wait, he gets to never. I mean, what am I saying? Never mind. He gets to if he has another counter spell, he has another counter spell. I can't stop that. If he has the fourth one, he has the fourth one. So put this on blue, Extinction Odd, and we can cycle Shark Typhoon for one. Nope, he doesn't have counter spell number 4. I mean, we've already played against 3 of them. I was debating on adding Yorion, but I think I would just cycle the Shark Typhoon. So I'm assuming he's just going to attack me with the land here. Yep. I guess it's good in that aspect that it has vigilance, so it doesn't you don't lose the mana, whereas Crawling Barrens you do lose the mana. So I guess it's good for that aspect. He has a Frostbite again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is fine because then that means he can't use the shark. If we draw a land, he can't use the shark. We drew a land, but it's a tap land. Oh, never mind. He still has 5 mana. I was gonna say he still has 5 mana for the shark, so we have to play Ashiok here instead then. Because if I play Solemn Simulacrum, he can just play the shark and then animate the land and it kill us. So we have to play around the shark. Because what the shark does, it counters target artifact or creature, and Solemn hits both aspects. Now we have 8 mana, so we can grab Yorion next turn. Oh, yeah, it's Brazen. Sure. Why didn't he? Oh no, he messed up, didn't he? He could have brought it out. Does it only add 1 mana? I thought it adds 2 mana. Okay. Um, so I think it's grab Yorion, play Yorion. If he has the shark, he has the shark. I can't stop the shark. Let's see. If he doesn't, we have to blink Omen and we have blockers. Okay, so he doesn't have shark. We need removal with the Omen, hopefully. Yep, Brazen. I think they're both fine. Because if he had some way to kill us, he would have killed us. And in blue red, unless he draws Brazen here, he can't kill us. Or he could also draw a Frostbite, actually. But he's already used 2 of Frostbites. Okay, there we go. So he had to either draw a Frostbite or Brazen to win. Alright, so blue red, flash slash counter Miracle Disputes. I think Murderous Riders are pretty good because he runs a bunch of creatures as well, and they're flashing. Snissa, I don't want the Verdict because the cards that I want to get rid of is like the dragon, the shark. Don't want sorcery speed removal. Hmm. Eliminate, huh? It destroys the land. I mean, Heartless Act destroys the land too, though. So Murderous Rider, I can remove the eliminates. Murderous Rider hits everything, which is better for 1 extra mana, I guess. I think Murderous Rider is better than Eliminate here. I think that's kind of it, right? Wait, we could do negates because he has counter magic. Leave 2 extinctions in against odd. All his creatures are odd. Okay. All right. Avarax or Avarax? Avarax. Rax. Something Rax. We got you, Rax. All right, let's see. So you took a mulligan. We have blue, black. We have Omen. We have negate. Obviously, I need another black for. Oh, there we go, blue. So now we have all our colors because we can put the blue green one on green if we need to, and then the other one we'll put on black. Oh, okay, now we have even more colors. Nice. I mean, like I said, that's why we run all these dual lands. Hopefully they work out. All right, you want to counter Omen? Does not. I think Elder is too slow at the moment. Negate is the question. That's what I'm thinking here is negate, but I have one in my hand, so I don't think so. Elder's too slow for sure. It's the negate is where I'm debating on. I mean, it's a counter spell deck, but they can win with the creatures. So, okay, well, we draw a land off that, I guess. So we have play this. We have double black. Pass turn. Like diamonds. Brazen Borrower. Sure. I could kill this right now with Murderous Rider. Might as well. While he's tapped out, so he doesn't have any pressure on against us. Oh, the card underneath was Behold. That card's really good too. It's good because you could turn 2 for Tally and then turn 3 hold up either counter spell or a draw spell. Diamonds in the sky. I should have probably played, dang it. I should have saved Field Passage for him because then it could trigger more effects. Oh well. Let's try Solemn, I guess. It's a scatter. Gotcha. But yeah, I should have saved Fable Passage for Cosma? Whatever, the god of Voyage. It would have been better. It would have got multiple triggers. We already have 2 other lands in our hand anyways. So, all right, we'll put this on blue, cast this, hold up negate. Cast Murderous Rider, hold up negate. We could start using Murderous Rider to start dealing damage to them. They got 3 cards only in their hand. Shark Typhoon Cycle for 1. Sure. You hit me for 1, I hit you back for 2. Dose. Got it. Got it, opponent. Right. So, Cosmos. I should have attacked first and then casted it. Damn. Yep, there it is. Forgot all about that. I guess we're just adding Yorion to our hand since we don't need to counter anything here. Forgot about that. That's unfortunate because I could have been at 19 here. Oh well. All right, Mystical Dispute. So we want to put this on blue then. We have 3, 6, 7 mana. Attack first. Let's not do the same play last time. Ashiok? I think which one is more important? Ashiok or Yorion? So if I play Yorion, he has a shark. I can counter it with Dispute. If I play Ashiok and he has like a negate, then I can't. Saw it coming. All right, let's try negate. All right, negate to negate to negate to negate to negate. Guess what happened? It got negated. Why? Because it was a negate to a negate. It was a solid. He saw it coming. I try to negate his solid coming, but he negated my negate. Everything got negated on my end. All right, let's try Ashiok now. It's kind of useless because since he has 6 mana, but you know, it is what it is. All right, let's create a body. Since this flying shark can't do anything against it, let's create a body. We're at 9. We're nowhere near death at the moment. Okay, well, that's getting us closer to death. Well, what do you know? If he has Frostbite, but I doubt he keeps Frostbite in after Sideboards, right? Because we can use the 2/3 to block the shark. Take 5. Okay. We mill the shark. Nice. Not that shark, but the other shark. We milled the sharks. All right. Ooh, shark of our own. All right. Let's return the 4/4. Make him get rid of a card out of his hand. Remove a threat. Attack. Take it up ourselves. Attack, huh? Maybe not attack. Let's see what he gives up though. Ooh, Kiora's Beast God. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. No attacks. Just in case he has a removal for the shark, we could then use Murderous Rider to block the Great Shark. So we have 8 mana. We could cycle for a 6/6. Not attacking? Attacking? I mean, you have to attack, right? Oh, he's switching attacks. Okay. Let's create a 6/6. The only way we get really punished here is with the Brazen Borrower, but I mean, if he had Brazen Borrower, I think he would have just casted it last turn because we're at 4, so. And he had 2 flyers in the air. So block the 5/4. Yeah, because otherwise we're just dead. Who cares if Ashiok takes 1? 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 mana. Okay, Bone Crusher, that's fine. That don't matter. That don't matter. He has 2 cards in his hand. We have Ugin with Dispute on at the ready. Ugin with Dispute at the ready. Foretold something. All right, so crack this. Blue, I guess. Play Eugene. Big ol' Eugene. What you got? Yeah, nope. Sorry. The only way we get if you have a mystical dispute, you got a mystical dispute, but nope. Kill the shark. Attack him for 2, go to 6 in case he draws the dragon to try to attack us for 5. Let's gain some life. Or is it 4? It's 4. So now we're not dead to no, we're not even dead because the dragon costs double red. He doesn't have 3 red. Oh, speaking of the dragon, there he is. Look look at that. What do you know? There he is. Oh man. Well, we're dead to a Bone Crusher. Or a Stomp, I guess, whatever you want to call it. That's hilarious. Okay. I have to give up Ashiok here. Got to get rid of that card out of his hand and make him recast the dragon since we have Hardest Act. All right, so bounce this. Gotta do this. Cause he could. What if he has 2 dragons in his hand? You know, I could Hardest Act one of them. Gave up dragon. Does that mean he has a second one? Interesting. All right, let's just attack with the rider, I guess. Oh, we're dead, I guess, regardless. Okay. He doesn't have anything haste other than... Never mind. Wow. He kept Brazen over the dragon? I don't know about that. Because the dragon's lethal. Because I could just recast the Murderous Rider. What? That was a misplay, opponent. Unfortunately, that was just definitely a misplay. If I didn't have a removal for the dragon, it's just, yeah, what? That was weird. I don't get that. Interesting. Hey YouTube, welcome to the Deck Tech. This is Sultai Yorion, Kaldheim, deck after, I guess, whatever, the one the set got released, whatever, I don't know. But yeah, this is the new Sultai Yorion deck that I'm working with. It's with the new Kaldheim cards like Saw It Coming, Kazmia, Binding, Chariot, you know. You got some other cards in the sideboard, such as like Raven Form, Weathered Rune Claw. So But if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that likes, hit that subscribe button, follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter. I post videos weekly, 3 to 4 videos a week on decks that I'm doing well with in the current either historic or standard, whatever the case is. And currently we're doing pretty well with this deck in Mythic. As you saw, we just beat some of the decks. I mean, obviously you don't know what the meta is currently because it's day 2 of the new set. So, but some of those decks, like that blue-red tempo deck, is definitely going to be a deck you'll be seeing a lot. Cleric Angels definitely got a good little boost to what they're doing, and so there's some of the decks you'll see, and so no one really knows what the meta is going to be on day 2. So, but so far the deck is working pretty well against what's being played on the meta. So as you can see though, we changed the main deck and the sideboard slightly. The Jace wasn't working very well. I didn't really like it. I mean, it was a good card, but it wasn't what I was looking forward. So I just took it out and saw it coming was just so great in all our matches that I had to go up to 4 with that. And so I took the Jace out, put that, saw it's coming into the deck. I added 2 weathered runestones. This is so that, non-land permanents can't enter the graveyard from libraries or the battlefield. So like Genesis Ultimatum decks, what is it? The Doom Foretold decks if they're playing like Dance of the Man, stuff like that, Also against the Trickery deck or whatever it's called. So if you play against those, and this card's really great against them. So we changed up the sideboard a little bit of this main deck, but other than that, it's pretty much the same. If you wanted to play with the original list, which is the matches you saw, those were from the original list, you would have to go back to the front of the video to the deck intro, and that will show you the list for the original list. This is the more updated list that I decided to change up a little bit. Like I said, it's not very many changes because the deck was working out pretty well as it was already, but this is what I'm going to be playing with now in this form. So as far as sideboard guide goes, I mean, like I said, you don't really know what's the current meta. So I'll explain my sideboard and what I bring it in against and why I have it in the sideboard. And if I were to play against certain matchups, like I'm going to do general decks like control, aggro, mid-range, I'll do those type of general decks so that way you'll know what to bring in against those decks. So if we're playing against like an aggro deck, obviously what you want to do is you want to take your curve down, put in more removal, and just keep them off creatures. So if I'm playing against an aggro deck, I bring in Feed the Swarms, I bring in 2 Murderous Riders, and a Shadow's Verdict. So I bring in 4 cards, and I want to usually, depending on what kind of aggro it is, but for the most part, you want to curve down, and Shark Typhoon doesn't do very well here because on turn 3, you cycle it for a 1/1. I mean, on turn 3, they should have creatures that are stronger than 1/1. So this is really not doing anything other than chump blocking. So I'll usually cut 3 Shark Typhoons right off the bat because it doesn't do so well. And since we are kind of ramping, I leave the Ugins in, but I do take out, I mean, depending on how fast they are, I do take out one Saw It Coming just because, like I said, on turn 2, turn 3, they're going to have already pretty decent amount of on board, so you don't really want to draw a counterspell when they have like say 3 creatures in play. So drawing a counterspell is obviously going to be bad for you. So what we do, like I said, what I do against aggro decks is, like I said, I take out 3 Shark Typhoons and 1 Saw It's Coming, and I add in the Feed the Swarms, 2 Murderous Riders, and Shadow's Verdict. I want to remove what they have in play. That's what we do against aggro decks. Against mid-range decks, this is where your removal is great, but your late game is amazing because if you get to your late game, they usually can't beat your late game. And as far as it goes, your mid-range deck, the main deck, it's already kind of situated against mid-range just because you have a lot of removal with Extinctions, Heartless Axe, Eliminates, Blood Chiefs, Shadow's Verdict, Ugins, Garuks, that you can keep their board Binding of the Old Gods, you can keep their field clear, and then as you get to the later game, since they're not rushing you, they're trying to get to like what, turn 4, turn 5 anyways, you'll be able to easily get to the turn 5 to 8, so you could play all your planeswalkers, Ashiok, Garuk, Ugin, Yorion Blinks, Elder, that you'll be able to win that matchup. But they're probably playing some pretty powerful creatures in their deck, and so I do add some stuff. So like I bring in, like against a mid-range or I bring in Murderous Rider just because it has instant speed removal against both planeswalkers and creatures. So I do bring that in, and I do take out the what's it called, the 2 Blood Chiefs if they're not an aggro deck. If they're the earliest thing you see, you could also take out Shadow's Verdict instead of one of the Blood Chiefs, because they're not running too many 3 costs and less. These 2 cards are going to be bad against them. Obviously, this won't do anything against them. And I mean, this, you can still do it, but it's a 4 mana removal, whereas Murderous Rider is a 3 mana removal. So that's what I do against mid-range decks. I just usually bring in 2 Murderous Riders here and either cut, a Shadow's Verdict and a Blood Chief, or 2 Blood Chiefs. Depending on how many 3 costs or less they're running, it will determine if you would like to keep the Shadow's Verdict in or the Blood Chiefs. Now, if we're playing up against, say, a control deck, obviously you want to remove all your removal. You want to take out your Eliminates, your Heartless Acts, your Blood Chiefs, your Extinctions, your Shadow's Verdict. And then against control, what I bring in is 2 Negates, 2 Mystical Disputes. I also bring in actually Murderous Riders here and the Cling, because Murderous Rider could kill their, let's say, I don't know if they're running the new land that animates with snow, or they're playing the old Crawling Barrens, or Ugins or Ashioks or whatever they're playing. This can hit anything pretty much. So there's no reason not to bring this. In the worst case scenario, it's a 2/3 body that they have to deal with eventually. And obviously your Eliminates and your Heartless Acts, your Extinctions, your Shadow Verdicts aren't going to do anything because they're a control deck. The only creatures they're going to probably play are maybe like Solemns, or something like the Crawling Barrens or whatever it is. So against them, like I said, you bring in 2, 4, 5, 6, and then Cling to Dust is actually not bad because it's kind of recurring draw power in a sense. So 2, 4, 5, 6, and a Cling makes it 7. I take out the 3 Extinctions, the Shadow's Verdicts, that's 4. I take out the 2 Eliminates, that's 5, 6, and I take out a Heartless Act, so 7. Obviously, you get to keep in. The Blood Chief is fine because, like I said, it could kill a Planeswalker with it or a creature. Obviously, if they have Crawling Barrens, it doesn't do anything. But you have 1 Heartless Act for that. You're also running creatures. Hopefully you can deal with it. You're bringing in Murderous Riders here. So we pretty much took out like sorcery speed removal and then some Eliminates. And you keep in the Blood Chiefs. So that's aggro, that's mid-range, that's control. I mean, combo decks, you just have to bring in things to disrupt them. You bring in cards like Negate, you bring in cards like Weather Rune Stone, stuff like that. And as far as the whole sideboard, like I said, the whole sideboard here, we have Cling and Chainweb against rogue decks. I don't see rogue decks leaving. They didn't really, I mean, obviously other decks got a lot of stuff, but since it's like week 1, a lot of people will be testing out random stuff, and Rogues is a very powerful deck in itself that they could take advantage of that. And so that's why in week 1, I want to keep these in just in case. I feel like Rogues will stick around for at least week 1. And so I have these in for that Rogue matchup. If you don't play against Rogues, then you can easily cut these for other cards. And there's a lot of other cards you could play that are going to be obviously better. So that's for that matchup. Negates, Mystical Disputes are against the control matchups, Doom decks, blue-red control, blue-black control, Yorion, Esper Yorion, whatever it is, control decks. The Feeded Swarm's also there for the Doom decks. The main thing I brought it in here against was these new sagas are pretty darn good. So you can even bring this up to 2. Obviously, it triggers the first effect, but the other sagas are still powerful as well. But my main reason was for Trail of Crumbs. Food deck is still a popular deck. I played against it, and Trail of Crumbs is still a powerful card. So you have Feed the Swarm to kind of hopefully draw and deal with it. Worst case scenario, it's a creature removal. Weather Runestone is there against the combo decks, the Tybalt's Trickery, the Genesis decks, the Esper Doom decks that have Dance the Man, stuff like that, like Graveyard Recursion, Cruxa, stuff like that. That's where that's for. Mystical Dispute, obviously, for control decks. So Raven Form here, I put one in. It's a good card, and there might be room for a second one. Like I said, if you're not playing against rogue decks, maybe a second one would be great. But Raven Form is against like Embercleave. Obviously, since the sorcery speed, it kind of sucks for that reason. But it's still a way to deal with artifacts and enchantments, or I should say artifacts and creatures at the same time without, like, so you could deal with Henge, you could deal with Embercleave, and then worst case scenario, if they don't have those, you could remove a 5/5 Lovestruck Beast and let them create a 1/1 off it. So like it's a good card, and as a 2 of, I think would be fine. Any more than that, I don't think you really need more than that. But like the fact that it's a creature and an artifact removal is why I have it there. Obviously, this is Sultai, so there's green that you can use, like, you know, wilt and stuff like that to get rid of enchantments and artifacts. But the additional bonus of being able to get rid of a creature as well, it's pretty good. And then worst case scenario, if you know you don't use it for a creature, you can just use it for the artifact. If you don't use it for an artifact, well, you have one dead card. I doubt it's dead in the matchup you're bringing it in. Murderous Rider, like I said, control matchups, mid-range decks, aggro decks. It has a lifelink, it's a 2/3 body, it's a removal. Shadow's Verdict against those aggro deck, 3 costs or less, obviously. So, but yeah, this is the deck. We're doing pretty well with it. We're in Mythic with it. Like I said, it's week 1, day 2. We don't know what's going to be played come next couple of weeks, but as of right now, this deck looks pretty solid as it is. It has Ugin's obviously still powerful, and then it has some of the new cards like Old Gods, Chariot, Saw It's Coming, Kazmina. So far, I've seen it be very great. Personally, I haven't been able to play it because it's 80 cards, playing one, less likely to draw it. But yeah, this is the deck. If you try out the deck and you enjoy it, drop some comments down below. Of course, always in the description of the link, you'll have the deck list. You'll have my Twitch link. You'll have my YouTube. Well, obviously you're on YouTube, but you'll have all the stuff in the description. So check the description. Drop some comments down below if you end up playing the deck, and don't make sure to hit that subscribe and like button. And I'll see you guys in the next video.